So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. It's Friday. Happy Friday. My goodness, I love my Fridays. Today's actually Friday. I'm recording today, and at 11:30 this morning, the grandkids are coming over, the two boys, and I have decided to go do something with them. Now, I don't know. I mean, they're old enough now I can take them with that car. I mean, they're like 9 and 11 now, so I don't know. We're going to have some fun. Let's see what happens. So some lifelong success wisdom today, if you may. It's been a good week, a lot of conversation, a lot of insight between the lines here. What I kind of want to do is pass on a few ideas, some Stoic stuff that you maybe have heard before, maybe a little bit different take on it for you. It's 2,000 years old. Trust me, guys. You may think you know everything today, but one of the things that happens when you get out of your 20s and your 30s is you recognize that, oh, I did not invent it, did I? It's already been invented. I know. You ever be watching a movie? I mean, really seriously, you're watching a movie, right? So you're watching something like, I don't know, maybe Troy or something like that. Some old movie that takes place thousands and thousands of years ago. And you ever be watching a movie like that and you'd be thinking, well, they have a little bit different accent, but basically they're saying the same things that we're saying today. You ever recognize that? And then they say a bad word, like a word, people tell us not to say. And well, he said it 2,000, 3,000 years ago. Have you ever done that? If you ever do that, you'll recognize that for the most part, humans are still humans. We're still doing the same thing. We haven't evolved that much. Although I tell you what, I don't have a lot of confidence in evolution these days, because I think evolution was never designed to end up with a brain in a bottle. But it could happen. How are you? It's a daily boost from motivation. What? That's a way to start a Friday, isn't it? Well, come on. This is a conversation. This is a between the lines conversation. My goal here on these shows, by the way, my name is Scott, is pretty simple. It's to take all this stuff I've learned over the years and take all the conversations I have throughout the course of the week, a lot of them, many of them with very successful people, and kind of toss them out to you. It's kind of like a parade, and you're on the fire truck and you're kind of throwing out the candy. So you can either sit on the curb and let the kids get it, or you can jump in and get some yourself. That's all. It's pretty simple. Every Friday, I like to ask a question. How do you want to feel? This question actually arrived one day because I was on a call years and years ago, and Scott, I just don't feel good, man. I just don't feel happy. I just don't feel like I think I should feel. And then in my infinite wisdom, I sat back and said, well, how do you want to feel? Wow, a legend was born. That's it. It's actually a very technical question, but here's the bottom line is that if you don't stop for just a moment, at least occasionally, and say, I know the world is making me feel like Yeah. If you don't stop and say, but how do I want to feel? How are you ever going to get there? Not going to happen, is it? Okay, let's pass down some wisdom to you, okay? Already did a little bit, but that was the easy stuff. Let's dig in now. The stuff that's already been written. If you want to learn to succeed, you got to be humble. Have you ever noticed there's always somebody smarter, more successful, and wiser? And by the way, I'm not talking about those people who pretend to be the fakers to the makers. No, there's actually somebody who is smarter, who is wiser, I'm smarter and wiser than some of y'all. And some of y'all, many of y'all, like 90+% of y'all, surprised the crap out of me. I was going to say a nasty word there, but I'm not going to say it. It's crazy. I just learned that a long time ago. Really. There are so many smart people. It's so cool. The minute you kind of figure that out and be humble and just, basically get in line with everybody else because we're all the same, life changes. Find the right scene. Choose your friends, your situations. If you want to rise in life, you can't be held down by others. This is somewhat hard to do sometimes because they're my friend. I've known them forever. Okay, that's a clue. Pay attention. Figure it out. It could be new friends. It could be old friends, people you hire, don't hire. If you feel like you just can't make progress, if you feel like they just don't understand you, if you feel like you're already always explaining yourself, if you feel trapped, there's a good chance people around you are supporting you in every possible loving way. And yet, maybe that's not what you need. I think in the lexicon these days, they call it enabling. I guess people can enable you to be a better person or enable you to stay where you are or enable you to be worse, huh? It's up to you to protect yourself from that. Speaking of protection, protect your time. Seneca said, we're tight-fisted with property and money, yet we think too little of wasting time. The one thing for which we should be the toughest of misers. Life is short. Haven't figured that out? Life is short. It goes really fast. Every gray hair on my head, I'm like, really? How'd that happen? That's really strange. That wasn't there years ago. Well, I didn't show it anyway. Never do anything out of habit. Always think about how you can do things better and always question yourself. Let me pause while people's head explode. Scott, I read Atomic Habits. James Clear, you said he wrote a good book. He did. And you should do a lot out of habits. In fact, your brain is going to do a lot out of habits. You're going to get things built into you. It's going to go from short-term memory to long-term memory. It's going to be a repeatable pattern. You're just going to do it. So part of my job as a coach is to kind of break those patterns from time to time, because I don't know if you've noticed this, but some of the patterns you have, they're pretty bad. Yeah. Some of the habits you have, they're pretty bad. Number one thing I can do is if I want to do a podcast to get everybody to listen, I just say how to break a bad habit. I'm telling you. So you all have it. So I'm just saying this. You're going to do some things out of habit. Make sure these are good habits you're doing and question them when it happens to make sure they are good. And if so, keep doing them. If not, just make sure you think about it. That's not me talking about it. That's my experience. That's Stoic stuff. Keep it simple. Do your job. Bill Belichick, right, said that. Do your job. Approach every task as if it were your last, because it very well could be. Now, Bill didn't say that. The Stoics said that. He stole it and made it his because he put it up on the locker room for the players, right? Do your job. It could be the last. And one day it will be. And people are not fired up by fear. Most of us are not motivated by fear. That's a bad thing for me to say. It's like an insurance salesman, an agent. I'm sorry. I'll apologize. My bad. An insurance agent will never sell that you're going to die. You need to buy life insurance. Well, why do I need to buy life insurance? Because you're going to die. No, I'm invincible. I'm not going to die. Forget it. I'm not going to buy your product. Buy life insurance so you can make sure your family's safe. Yeah, give me the biggest policy you got. See how that works? You're going to die someday. Number 6.
I'm not giving up.
I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
No, stop.
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.
Adapt and learn from failure. Using your success to justify complacency is common. It's also easy, which is why most people do it. You can do more and be more. So adapt and learn from your failure. Don't ride on the success. Listen, this podcast is top 1% podcast in the world. Not everybody loves it. That's okay. I want half the people listening to me to hate me and leave me alone so I can deal with the people who love me and want to hang out with. You're my tribe, right? It happens. Don't take that the bad way. That's how it is. That's how it is. You can't do anything without somebody not liking you, right? But the way you do this is you bump into the walls, you try everything. I would not have had a top 1% podcast in the world in our 19th season if I didn't fail a lot. If you want to hear my failures, listen to last week. But I look at it and I say, man, wait a second, let's figure this out. Live below your means. The more you need to work to maintain your needs, the less you will enjoy what you have. Well, that's some good stuff right there, isn't it? That's a new thing, though, Scott. It's totally new. No, it's not. It's always been that way. See, the difference is today you can live way beyond your means and still be a broke, poor person and not even know it because of credit and all that stuff. But if you go 2,000 years ago, you better live below your means or you're in trouble. Just saying, good advice, right? You know what it comes down to when we think about all this stuff? As we go through this wonderful wisdom that is there's so much misery in the world, and I just can't wait till ChatGPT can just be injected in my brain. I'm like, actually, you know what? Because if ChatGPT were invested, I'd be hallucinating all the time like it does most of the time. That's all there is to it. It's all it is. I love AI. I do. It's a very useful thing to do, but I'm going to be in control of AI and everybody else can put their brain in a bottle someday. That's cool. Everything comes down to keeping things simple and mastering the basics of life. And I know you want to be fancy, and I want you to be fancy. I want you to do the exciting stuff, but I'm telling you, it comes down to the basics of life. I mean, you can't ride a bike if you can't balance the bike, right? It's pretty simple stuff. So we keep it simple around here for a simple reason. By the way, everything's Scottish that I do. If you want to work with me, if you'll get one of my groups, if you just want to communicate with me, just go to motivationtomove.com. I talk to people every single day. I'm wide open to that. I'd love to hear from you. And who knows, maybe I can help. We get a relationship in a different level, maybe. Motivationtomove.com. I'll see you Monday right here on the Daily Boost.